Hi, and welcome back to the Snapshot Channel. I'm Sonia Briskin. Like and subscribe our channel and click the little bell icon to get the notifications. Now, today's topic is the Me Too movement in China. Recent accusations voiced by the top Chinese tennis star Peng Shuai has caused an absolute outrage and an international stir. Now, what she's done is she's accused one of the top Chinese government officials. In fact, he is the former vice president of China. She accused him of sexual assault. And one of the most harrowing details that have been recently released is that, in fact, while the incident was occurring, the vice president's wife stood watch at the door. Peng Shuai is just one of countless women in China who face continuous violence, assault, harassment, and belittlement every day. Many of the accused are men high up in the political hierarchy. And it is no surprise that the Me Too movement has taken off in China in recent years. Interestingly, the Chinese government is trying to suppress the Me Too movement. So the Me Too movement started in the US around about 2017, and then it really took off in China a little bit later in 2018 when a former student from the Beihang University accused her professor of sexual assault 13 years prior. Now, the movement picked up momentum in China with many women coming forward with harrowing stories of assault and harassment. And then allegations started to appear all over social media about abuse and harassment within the university sector and also within the welfare public sector, the media, the entertainment industry, as well as the religious sector. Now, soon the issue of sexual harassment was a hot topic, highly discussed in China. Perhaps the most notable case that was public was that, in fact, later dismissed by the Chinese courts, was that of a screenwriter who accused a famous TV anchor of groping and forcibly trying to kiss her while she was working as an intern at the state broadcaster China Central Television. However, none of the cases were as high profile as that of Peng Shuai, and this is because Peng Shuai is an internationally well-known tennis star, becoming the first Chinese player to be ranked the world #1 in the doubles players by Women's Tennis Association. On the other hand, the man she accuses of sexual harassment, Zhang Ali, is of an incredibly high standing within the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party. So this is the first time that a member of the government of such high profile has actually been accused of sexual harassment. And all of this, of course, is clashing with the upcoming 2022 Winter Olympics due to take place in Beijing. And in fact, there have already been calls for the Games to be boycotted. Peng Shuai's case is like adding fuel to fire. It really is. And it drew much more attention internationally as well as domestically within China. So to make things worse, Peng Shuai actually vanished, literally disappeared, after she made accusations on social media. Her posts, mind you, were entirely deleted within 20 minutes, and then nobody heard from her for days. And it wasn't until last week that after international pressure, she was allowed to connect with the president of the International Olympic Committee, Thomas Bach, via video conference. However, she was not able to yet talk to anybody from the Women's Tennis Association or any other organizations for that matter. It can also be revealed that Thomas Bach does have a close relationship with the Chinese government as well as the man she's accusing of sexually harassing her. And since Peng Shuai case came to light, another case involving the Shanghai Public Security Bureau chief came to light. Now, he was accused by the Shanghai Public Security officer of sexually harassing his daughter. His daughter has escaped to Singapore, but the officer has since gone missing. Now, since the Me Too movement, in fact, did gain quite a bit of momentum in China, it gained a lot of popularity and some positive outcomes have occurred, such as finally, for the first time, getting an actual civil code to define sexual harassment. Now, this has never happened in China before. However, like with many civil rights movements and grassroots movements in China that gain momentum, the authorities are really quick to crack down in fear of losing their power and control. The crackdown intensified this year, with the authorities spinning a narrative that the movement, in fact, is foreign interference because it was started in the US. The words Me Too are highly censored, and even the name Peng Shuai is currently censored in China, and the words tennis as well. And many of the women's rights activists have been arrested. Their social media accounts have been closed. Some have never been heard from again, including people who have publicly supported victims and have spoken out. The Chinese authorities also utilized social media influencers to attack and publicly smear a number of women's rights activists and platforms such as Weibo, which is one of the main social media platforms in China. And all these activists and rights supporters are essentially accused of being supporters of foreign influences or foreign forces. And these are usual labels that are used by the Chinese government on various movements in China, including the pro-democracy movement in Hong Kong and people who have protested against the crackdown of Falun Gong or the Uyghurs. However, despite the pressure to shut down the campaign in China, it might just be a little bit too late. The movement has the floodgates to a taboo subject in Chinese society and will possibly continue to gain momentum, inspiring more and more women to speak out about harassment and other inequality issues that are faced by women in China today. What do you think about the MeToo movement in China? Like and subscribe our channel, leave us a comment, and till next time, speak to you soon.